viewed a lot by a lot of people this week, and the goal is to just go through these and discuss them so that people can put them in some context. All right, so the next one, we've got
I'm Sergeant Gary Kuso,
an officer involved shooting in Santa Ana.
I'm going to give you a brief overview of an incident that happened on Monday, January 20th, 2020. At approximately 3:26 p.m., Santa Ana Police 911 Center received a call from a female reporting that 5 females, ranging from ages 13 to 21, had been sexually assaulted. The reporting party came to the police station to speak with officers. After conducting interviews with the victims, the suspect was identified as Miguel Seguro Mercado. At about 10:56 p.m., officers responded to the 10300 block of La Hacienda Avenue in the city of Fountain Valley to arrest Mr. Mercado for the alleged felony crimes.
All right, so we have a sexual assault suspect. Sounds like he's sexually assaulted multiple women, and the officers are responding to take him into custody.
Hi, how you doing, man? Sorry to wake you tonight. We're looking at wanting to speak to Miguel. Miguel, sí, ¿está aquí? ¿Podemos practicar con él? ¿Por dónde está? ¿Nos permite paso para hablar con él? ¿Por dónde está?
Okay, so we have, looks like a relative or mom or something maybe, letting him in, letting the officers in.
Please, do you mind coming out and talk to us, please? Wait, no, coming out this way, man. Hey, nope.
Nope. And he's climbing away.
Wait, you said jump over the balconies there?
Was that a balcony? He's got a
or
guy.
Patio.
We don't have any kind of video of the. Okay, this is the second officer's body cam. Doesn't look, I don't know if there's a warrant, Ernesto. I'm not sure. All we have is, it looks more like a consensual knock, like they were doing follow-up, and then they have mom letting them in and saying, hey, can you come talk to us?
Wait, no, coming out this way, man. Hey, nope. Drop the gun, dude.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Back up, man, so we can help it. Back up so we can help it.
He ran, so they're making contact. Sounds like they've got PC to arrest him.
Throw the gun on the ground. Drop the gun.
So now the mom has the gun.
Suelta la pistola.
It's a lot of discretion on their part.
Yeah. So I don't know if she's pointing the gun or what she's doing with the gun, but that's scary. She's just had her son shot. I'd imagine she could be. I wouldn't want her pointing a gun around.
Mom has it in her left hand.
Okay, so the mom has the gun in her left hand, is what the officer's saying.
Hey, keep lethal on the taser. I'm a taser. Drop
Oh,
the gun,
jeez.
ma'am.
So they tased her.
Drop it. Okay, she dropped it. She dropped it. Okay. Hold on.
Not to make too much light of it, but that's an incredible amount of discretion and de-escalation. Honestly, like at that point, they were probably pretty close to being justified to use lethal force, and the fact that they de-escalated and went to taser, knowing that she's a grieving mom at that point for having just experienced something very tragic. I mean, that's commendable.
yeah, I can't imagine. So she's there. She's holding the gun. They're giving her commands in Spanish and in English to drop the firearm. She's not complying. We don't know if she's pointed the gun at them or not. But even if she's holding that gun and not pointing it at anyone, that's a very sort of dangerous situation. And at this point, they're obligated to render aid, to provide this man with aid.
Mhm.
So you can't just pull away at this point and barricade up. I don't think. But yeah, that's a lot of discipline, and it sounds like they tased her, and that might have been how they resolved it. Here, let's see if this is
After
another
receiving
angle.
Permission to enter the residence, contact was established with Mr. Mercado. A request was made for Mr. Mercado to come speak with officers. He subsequently walked into a patio area. Officers again asked him to come towards them, but ultimately, Mr. Mercado tried to flee by climbing over a patio wall. Officers grabbed him, and a struggle to detain him began.
Yikes!
During the struggle with Mr. Mercado, he pulled out a handgun. Santa Ana police officers then drew their weapons, and an officer-involved shooting occurred. Mr. Mercado's mother was on the patio during the shooting, and she tried speaking with her son. She grabbed her wounded son and picked up his gun. Officers made several
Yikes.
requests for her to drop the gun. When efforts to persuade Mercado's mother to drop the gun failed, an officer deployed his taser as means to gain her compliance. The taser deployment was effective, and the officers were able to secure the firearm. Here's a picture of the firearm that Mr. Mercado was carrying. At the time of his arrest, it was registered in his name. After the shooting, officers requested assistance, and the Fountain Valley Fire Department responded and transported Mr. Mercado to a local hospital.
All right, we got the next one coming up here. I don't know what else to really say about that one, Sean. Do you have any final thoughts? I mean, I didn't see anything notable or anything that I thought that they could have really done differently. I mean, they go there, they're conducting follow-up on a sexual assault investigation. They have consent to come into the home and make contact with this gentleman. I mean, the one argument I guess you could make is why not set up on outside of the house and wait for him to leave. I don't know. I don't really see anything. Do you see anything that they could have done differently?
Yeah, sometimes there's more than one way to, remedy a situation. And, a lot of times this ties into a bit of a theme for us here, but, it's a balance of resources, risk management, justified, or not justified, but, it's a balance of risk management, resources, and the crime that you're investigating. So, it seemed appropriate for me, unless there was some reason where there's a indicator that he was violent or somebody in the home that could potentially become a hostage.
Yeah, we don't know the nature of the sexual assault. We don't know the details, anything like that. And like you said, resources like say, oh well, we could set up outside and get some UC undercover units to watch the house. But that takes officers, detectives, vehicles, resources, and you've got to balance those things.
Having been somebody who tried to do a stakeout in a marked police car, it's very difficult to be effective doing that. Absolutely. You can do it, but you better have a great pair of binoculars at the bare minimum.